What is up, everyone? So today I want to give a quick update on Baozun. Ticker symbol is BZUN, and this is a Chinese internet company that I covered earlier this year. And in the course of 1 year, this has more than tripled.
What?
Had a low of $19 per share, and right now it's trading around $62 per share. And when I first started talking about this stock, it was trading around $30 to $35 a share. So that represents about a double in share price since I started covering this stock. So that is very impressive for the course of, I think it was back in October when I first started talking about this. So that's about 6 months ago. So that's very impressive for a stock to double in that amount of time.
This is real. No. That's a scam.
So yeah, today I just wanted to give a quick update on it, just kind of go over what's been going on with the company and the most recent earnings report, and whether I think it's still a good buy at these levels. And the stock is trading at 110 times earnings, which is fairly expensive. That depends greatly on how quickly their revenue and earnings are growing. The revenue is growing at a rate of 14% on a quarter-over-quarter basis, and their quarterly earnings growth is growing at a rate of 40%. So when you look at that, it still might be a little bit expensive at these levels, but it is still a very quickly growing company, and that's why it's trading at such an expensive PE ratio. And they actually just recently reported earnings in the middle of May. I think it was like May 17th, and they reported great numbers. The stock ended up spiking about 19% the next day. So some of the numbers were that 16% year-over-year revenue growth, which is pretty good. And then also guidance for services, revenue growing at over 50% year-over-year. Some other metrics that they reported were service revenue, 73.5 million, and that represents 50% year-over-year growth. Operating margin, that's up 5%. Operating expenses came in at 142.3 million, and cash and equivalents came in at 113.1 million. So I mean, what the impressive numbers were is basically how quickly they're growing the revenues and earnings. That's really when you're investing in a growth company, that's what you want to look for, is how quickly are they growing their revenues and earnings, because that's why these growth stocks demand such a high valuation. If this was, just growing at, less than 10% per year, you would see the PE average for the S&P 500, which I think right now is around 15 to 20 times earnings. That's kind of historically about the average is anywhere from about 15 to 20 times earnings for the average company. So yeah, this is definitely growing a lot quicker than the average company. And then I want to go into, whether I think at these levels it's still a good buy. Honestly, I don't think I would buy at these levels. It's just gone up so much so fast within 1 year. A year ago, or less than a year ago, it was trading at $19 a share. Now it's at $62 a share, so that's more than a triple or 300% gain. So I don't think I would buy at these levels. I still love the company, love the stock, but at these levels, I just couldn't justify buying it. When it's kind of so much, and it is, still pretty expensive, 110 times earnings. Even though they are growing their revenue and earnings so quickly, it's still, pretty expensive stock. So I'll probably wait for a pullback. Anywhere into the mid 50s, I might look at buying. But other than that, yeah, it's really too expensive for me at these levels. I still, like I said, love the company, love what they're doing, and love the market that they're in. And that's also why I think, this is demanding such a high valuation, because, the market that they're in, China e-commerce, is just such a huge, hot market. And the potential for growth in China and e-commerce, for that matter, is just so huge. They're actually partnered with Alibaba. The market that they're in is just such an attractive market, just growing so quickly. And the future for that is just so bright that I think that kind of overshadows any valuation that anyone can really measure. Just the future, from 5-10 years from now, what that market could be is just so huge, and really it's hard to measure that. You want to try not to do that too often, but it is good to look at all aspects when you're investing, and just something like that where the market, if you look out 5, 10, 20 years from now, where it's going to be, China and e-commerce. That's two of the hottest segments that you can be in, and they are in both segments, China e-commerce. So, the potential for this company is still just massive. So, like I said, I might look at buying some more mid to lower 50s. I think we could definitely get a pullback here, but you never know. This thing might stay elevated. It really hasn't gone down much at all in the last year. There hasn't been many great buying opportunities, but you never know. We might get a market pullback, and that might give us a good buying opportunity. But other than that, I'm going to stay out of it for a while, or stay out of buying anymore for a while. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I just want to give a quick update on Baozun, and I am very happy with how it's performed. I'm very happy that I, got into this stock and started talking about it when I did. I wish, of course, I would have started talking about it a year ago when it was trading at $19 per share, but I didn't stumble upon it until it was trading around 30 to 35 bucks a share. And back then it looked expensive, and I had a hard time justifying buying a stock that's gone up so much from 19 to 35. That was almost a double right there. But I mean, that's why you can't really look at, it's gone from 35 to 62. And, right now you might think, oh, well, it's gone up so much, it's expensive. I'll wait for a pullback, but I really didn't get that opportunity. I just had to really buy it when it was about trading around 30 to 35, and from there it's just gone up and up, and it's really surprised me. I didn't think it would go up this quick at all. I knew it was had a huge potential, but I didn't think it was going to go up this much this quick. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.